Nope. There will be none of the Fort of Knights. There will be none of that. Because I meant to totally, gyp you all. So now I'm changing the thing to the proper thing that we're going to be doing tonight. I mean, it'll update soon, but I'm definitely not streaming Fortnite. But whatever the case, hello. Just had the dins, just had everything, so now we should be ready to roll. We should be ready to do the thing tonight. And as soon as my own stream title, updates, I probably should have just left it as retro, but you know what I mean. Because, that's a thing. Alright, so, I went shopping today. And I got a thing. I got a thing which this universe calls Final Fantasy VI. I really did that. But that really is what I got. That really is what I got today. I had to blow my entire bank account and then get a notification about, how apparently I exceeded the maximum amount of withdrawals for the month, which is understandable because I've been doing a lot of shopping. No, I got the SNES Classic. I got the SNES Classic today. And I've been playing it a little bit. Today's going to be more of a variety stream, well, involving the SNES Classic. And I figured I might as well just give you my general thoughts on it. And why I decided to get it, right here and right now, so. Yeah. Alright. So, SNES Classic, pretty much everybody has this. Well, anyone who's rich has it, and I was rich today. So, I definitely wanted to get it for some time. Well, not so much for, the obvious reason. Not so much for, this obvious reason. But it's more like, I think that when it comes to officially releasing Super Nintendo games from Nintendo, I feel like Super Nintendo is worth it. It's worth it a lot more than, the NES Classic, which, has 30 games and all those games that we've already gotten already. And we've already played to death already, so yeah, it's gonna be good, it's gonna be fun. I feel like I could get some mileage out of this thing. I'll definitely get, all the mileage out of this. So, I'm gonna sort these by release date. And, yeah, so, in terms of games, there are indeed 21. So, we got Mario World, which obviously that's a classic. F-Zero, is good. Super Ghouls and Ghosts, screw the NES game. Screw it. Just screw it. Super Castlevania 4. We're actually gonna get into tonight, actually. Contra 3. I've heard a lot about the Contra games and how they're really good. So, I might dip into that. Zelda Link to the Past. I haven't played it since, getting past Hyrule Castle, and that's about it. Okay, that's the thing with me in 2D Zelda games. I don't go very far in them, and yet I stream Blossom Tales. Super Mario Kart, it's Mario Kart. You can't not get it. The original Star Fox. Some people actually said to me, for my blind Let's Play of, of Star Fox. It said that I apparently missed another level. I mean, I don't know whether I'm gonna get to that, but you know, it's cool. Street Fighter 2 Turbo Hyper Fighting, which it doesn't really say Hyper Fighting Edition, and Knuckles. Secret of Mana. Well, fitting a really, really big RPG, I'm assuming this is a big RPG, is kind of impressive, actually. Kind of impressive. Yeah, literally, out of all the Squaresoft titles, they have only like 3 of them here. Mega Man X, love that game, really do, despite what my blind Let's Play will tell you. Super Metroid, haven't played it. I mean, I've only played the demos thanks to Smash. Super Punch-Out, I haven't played that, I only played the original. Final Fantasy VI, one of my favorite games ever. Like, if I'll give the Super Nintendo this, it has amazing games. And Final Fantasy VI is just one of them. I've been playing it a little bit, as you can see on the suspend point case where it's locked, and yet Mario was able to get it thanks to the gameplay demo. Like, duh. But yeah, Final Fantasy VI, you know, one of my favorite games ever, got me into the Final Fantasy series. Super good, super good. Donkey Kong Country, again, classic. Classic, classic, classic. Kirby's Dream Course. I might be able to actually delve into this a little bit tonight. Only because I really want to play, you know, the classic Kirby series. I don't really... I know for a fact that this isn't mainline, which, you know... Mainline meaning platforming, I guess. Earthbound, love that game. Really do. And, again... It's a really big deal when, you know, Earthbound gets a re-release because it's been in legal hell for so long that, you know, Earthbound has been in legal hell. I don't really know. I don't really know what I'm saying. Basically, fans have waited for like years and years until the Wii U finally gave them what they wanted, an actual Earthbound re-release. And it's just really, really good. I just noticed, I like how they kept the original ratings, too. Like, K through A. That's only something that people who actually had a Super Nintendo would understand. Yoshi's Island. I've been meaning to play that for a while, actually. Mario RPG. You know, I've gotten partway through that, and I liked it. Kirby Superstar, obviously, you know, one of the best Kirby games out there. One of the best. And my top pick until Robobot sniped it. And the main attraction, Star Fox 2. Which is kind of amazing, actually. Which is kind of amazing. Like, okay. So, I played a little bit of Star Fox 2 at Otakon. Like, in the game room, they had a couple of SNES Classics. I mean, obviously, I think one was modded, and the other one was, like, you know, regular. And I played a little bit of Star Fox 2. They basically used some of the same assets from Star Fox and put it into this game. Also, they have, you know, some new ideas in there that eventually made it into, you know, Star Fox Zero, like the walker and stuff, you know. So it's all good. We're probably going to delve into a little bit of Star Fox 2 tonight, too, but, you know, it's all good. Anywho, yeah, about just this whole collection of games, it is really cool that for $80 you basically get some of the best games on the Super Nintendo, like Final Fantasy VI, Earthbound, Super Castlevania 4, and, you know, all the really memorable ones, all the, you know, extremely memorable ones, and, you know, some of the obvious ones too. However, I am kind of in agreement with the majority in saying that they probably should have added just a couple more games on there. Like, everyone's saying Chrono Trigger, which me and Chrono Trigger go way, way back, you and me. What I would have picked on there, actually. honestly don't know. Like, I would have gone with DKC 2. Like, I really would have gone with DKC 2 alongside Donkey Kong Country because that's the better game, and well, the better game between the two because it has a lot more variety and levels. It's a lot more difficult. Plus, it had Dixie Kong, so that's cool. And Final Fantasy IV, like, okay, so 6, well, as they call it, Final Fantasy 3. I don't know why they call it 6 or 3 here, since this is really Final Fantasy 6 on here. I would have added Final Fantasy 4 on here to go alongside 6 because if there was a thing that I would say to anyone who wants to get into the series, I'd say go for Final Fantasy IV first. Because Final Fantasy IV is what I think is a perfect game to start off your Final Fantasy binge. So, yeah, I would have added Final Fantasy IV in there as well. They only have 2 Kirby games on here, and only one of them is like a main series line. Like, I know for a fact that Kirby's Dream Land 3 would be another obvious choice. And, you know, it's a Kirby. I mean, you can't go wrong with Kirby Superstar. You can't go wrong with that. Mega Man X, I wouldn't add another one. But as for other games I would have added, what would I've added? Well, how about some of the other, like, third-party ones? I mean, obviously, LucasArts isn't really a thing anymore, but the Super Star Wars games, I would definitely add on to it. I would definitely add the Super Star Wars games on here, because, you know, Super Star Wars games is, you know, it's brilliant. It's great. I like it. Well, obviously, aside from the obvious picks that, you know, people would say, yeah, so, I don't really know what to say other than, you know, it's fine, it's cool. But, you know, I'm not really too mad about, you know, other missed opportunities. Like, I'm not really too mad about the games they dropped. Because, well, A, I haven't played some of the games that they would have suggested on here. Definitely not. And, B, I wouldn't even care less because 21 games right here, and only a select few of them are some of the best on the system. In fact, I would go on record in saying that Final Fantasy VI right here is probably the best Super Nintendo game on there. Definitely. And, you know, I'm not too mad about, you know, all this. Like, I'm content with that. Like, a lot of these games, like, only some of these games are, like, the big RPGs, like Earthbound, Final Fantasy VI, Secret of Mana, Mario RPG, you know, it's all good. All that is very well and good. So I'm not too mad about the game selection. I think it's fine. For what you're getting, I think it's worth it. And well, as we go into Donkey Kong Country here, and I just explore the filters here. Oh wow. Oh wow. Yeah, let's actually play some video games for a change. Wow. That is a CR. Oh my god. Okay. I just can't get over the CRT filter. That's actually kind of amazing. It really does feel like you're back in the 90s with this. That's good. That's really great, actually. But, you know, yeah. What was I gonna say? Oh yeah. The reason why I think SNES Classic is more worth it than the NES Classic. Well, here's the thing. So basically the Wii U is all sorts of phased out at this point, right? And people are just sort of just now throwing away their Wii U's, even though everyone is asking, you know, Nintendo to add, you know, Super Nintendo onto their, you know, onto Nintendo Switches Online or GameCube games or whatever else. That's because that's a big request, right? And basically the game selection of the Nintendo Switch Online is basically just NES games we already played a bunch of times already. And I can understand that. And I kind of have a feeling that the NES Classic at $60 is basically sort of the same thing. Well, in terms of game selection anyway. I mean, it's like a whole bunch of games that we've already played to death already. And, you know, I mean, sure, it has the allure of, you know, the original Final Fantasy on there. You know, that's cool. But, like 30 games, that sounds really cool, but, and, you know, all the games on there, like Mario 1, 2, 3, Zelda 1, Zelda 2, Pac-Man, you know, those are all games that we've all played already. Like a whole bunch of games that we played already, they're just in a mini little NES. You know, that's cool and all. And you know, looking at the game selection, even when the NES Classic was new, I was all like, looking at the game selection, you know, it's cool, but I was good. I was good on, you know, NES games since I've already played them enough as it is. Plus, it didn't even have Castlevania 3 on here. Like, what the hell? By the way, classic controller for life. because thankfully SNES Classic is compatible with that, so that's really cool. I haven't tried a pixel perfect mode yet, so I'm curious about that. Well, I don't want to do this yet because actually, yeah, let's play a little Super Mario Kart, actually. But yeah, in terms of the NES games on there, you know, I'm good. I'm all good. I just feel like the SNES Classic is more worth it. Well, especially in the nowadays where they aren't really made readily available anymore on the system that the system that nobody has, aka the Wii U, and B the Wii, you know, eShop is basically dead. So, you know, these games, definitely people have played them already, definitely. But I just feel like in this day and age, it's now worth it now more than ever before. Definitely. And wow, that looks kind of okay. I'm not used to playing like this. Wait, where's the Adam button? Oh, there it is. Okay, that was actually a little bit easier than I thought, actually. But yeah. What am I doing? What am I actually trying to say here? Losing my train of thought. Okay. 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 I got back on a track. Okay. Basically, wow. Mario looks weird. Mario looks weird, but yeah. I just feel like in this day and age, the SNES Classic is worth more than the NES Classic because the quality of the games is a whole lot higher. And these aren't games that you can, you know, easily get. Is probably what I'm trying to say. I mean, if you have a new Nintendo 3DS, then you can probably get the probably get the SNES games on there, like Earthbound and whatever else on there. But it's just like, you know, I feel like these games are more worth it now more than ever in 2018. Especially considering the fact that people are still using emulators. Definitely. Definitely. Oh god. Do I sense a Godvec raid incoming? Please God. Please God. There isn't. I don't think there is. Oh my god. No. I don't see the raid message. Well, that's fair. But, you know, hi person. I didn't get any other person. What's that? Halty 2K6. Okay. Hi. I'm just talking about the SNES Classic before we get into some actual games. But yeah. So basically, what I'm saying is, especially with Nintendo kind of sort of cracking down on emulators these days. Well, more so like the one website. I'm pretty sure people still emulate SNES games in their own way. And, you know, there's the advent of modding your SNES Classic with, you know, all sorts of games that you can get in there, like, you know, the Chrono Triggers and your favorite SNES games and whatever you want on there. But again, it's just that I feel like the SNES Classic is more worth it. Simply due to the fact that the games here are of higher quality. And even if you're just buying it for Star Fox 2, that's, you know, that's relatively alright. That is relatively okay. So, I am very glad. I am definitely very glad to get the SNES Classic today. I'm definitely thankful for that, and it will definitely allow me to play some games that I've never gotten a chance to play in. Especially considering Smash Ultimate is a thing and Simon and Richter are in there. I'm definitely gonna get into some Super Castlevania 4. So that will be cool and good. Yeah, buddy, getting that first place. Also, I have to press the home button twice to get in there. But yeah. Godvec for life, yes. Show that support, man. Show that support. That's what I like to see. That is definitely what I like to see. But yeah, SNES Classic. I really like it. And I can't wait to get some mileage out of this thing. I definitely will get my mileage out of this. So let's see. You know what? We'll do Star Fox 2 now. We'll do it.